I'm Donna Young, the lead educator for the Chandra Education and Public Outreach Office, and also the National Event Supervisor for the Astronomy event. And this presentation, though, is for the B Division Solar System 2015 event. And it is, this presentation is constructed specifically for state directors and event supervisors who maybe you have never run this event before, or you have never developed the test for this event before, or never been, or maybe you're a new state director and are unfamiliar with this event. This has been put together as a specific resource to help you understand the logistics of running the event and all of the factors that have to be considered in putting together and constructing a good test for this event. So, the event description is that teams are to be knowledgeable and be able to understand all of the processes involved and properties of extraterrestrial ice, how it formed, how it evolved, how it affected the landforms and features. And this content is exactly the same content as it was for this year, the 2014 competition, so you already have a good idea of what the national competition looks like, because that's available to download from the AABSO website. I will be giving you the URLs for all the important websites as we go along. The first thing for you to do is to read the event description. This is available from the state director or the tournament director, and it will give a brief description of the focus for the year. It will talk about the event parameters, and the event parameters are the resources that the students are allowed to bring to the competition. And then it will give you the event description, which describes the specific content that it is being focused on for this particular year. For this particular event, they are all planets and moons and landforms and features associated with the movement and formation of ice and water, liquid, within the solar system. The topic, well, the middle school, the B Division event, rotates every 2 years. 2 years of solar system and 2 years of Reach for the Stars. So this is the second year of solar system, and so next year it will rotate into Reach for the Stars. So for this year's event, since it is still the exact same topic and content actually as last year, because this was the first year of a different way of presenting solar system science, that the content is exactly the same. It will not be the same when it rotates back into planetary science again at the end of the Reach for the Stars rotation. The test is usually a written test, and other things have been tried, and sometimes other things are done. It can be done as a slide presentation. If you're using, sometimes you can set up stations with specific images or chart sets at each station. Usually it is easier and more efficient to run as a written event. The test does, though, have a lot of images and charts and graphs that come with it, with the questions. So the teams will need a lot of room to spread out their materials. So you need a room that has tables. That is the most optimal room situation to have for this event, is to have tables so that students can spread out. They will have a lot of charts and graphs and image sets that go along with the questions. As a resource for this particular event, they are just going to be bringing 2 pages of 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper with information on it. So they will have those with them also. So they just need to have enough room to spread the materials out enough that they can work comfortably. You need to have 2 or 3 proctors to assist you with this event. You need to make sure that you keep track of time. So there are proctors that are focused on the time issue. You need help in passing out the event, collecting the event, and if there are any questions during the event, they need to be gotten to and answered in as timely a manner as possible to not slow them down in their competition. So you will need assistance and also to help you score. And if you are lucky enough to have knowledgeable proctors, that is even better. You should always, if you're going to have proctors help you score, you should go over the event and the answers with them so that they're knowledgeable about them before they sit down and score. And it's good to have the same person scoring the same set of questions so that they always score them identical. Because you do not want to call the same answer right in one case and wrong in another, because that is a disservice to the teams and will change the scoring for the overall standings for the medals and trophies. If you are bringing technology, make sure that you are there an hour to an hour and a half early to set it up and make sure everything's working correctly, there's enough power cords, things work for you. Always bring backups and backups in case, because you do not want something to fail during competition. They only have 50 minutes to do what they need to do. So we always are in the room at least an hour in advance, and once you look at the room situation, we always, at Nationals, we decide where the teams are going to be sitting, and we place the materials upside down so that they just come in and sit in front of one set of materials, and that's a really fast way to begin the competition once everybody is in.